Today we're looking at Tower Hill. No, not that Tower Hill, this Tower Hill. That Tower Hill opened in 1967 to replace this Tower Hill, which in turn was built to compete with a third station at Tower Hill, which... Let me start again. So this all goes back to the colossal mess that was the construction of the Circle Line during the early 1880s. I've talked about this an awful lot, but long story short. The Circle Line, or Inner Circle as it was known back then, was a joint venture between the Metropolitan Railway and the Metropolitan District Railway, who hated each other. The Metropolitan had lots of money and the District did not. The Metropolitan was in charge of building the northern half of the circle, and the District was responsible for the south. The District, being somewhat short of money, took a long time to uphold their end of the bargain. In 1882, the Metropolitan got impatient and opened Tower of London Station. This wasn't a very substantial station, being built quickly out of timber just so they could get some trains running already. I'm not actually aware of any photos existing. But by that point, the District were well on their way. In 1884, just 2 years after Tower of London, they opened their own station. They originally considered the name Seething Lane, which frankly I think would be an excellent name for a station, but eventually they chose Mark Lane instead. The original station was a fairly small affair, but in 1911 it was replaced with an even smaller affair, an entrance that was set into this building, which was appropriately named Mark Lane Station Buildings. There was another entrance on the other side of the road, which was smaller still. The problem the station had was capacity. Tower Hill is a major tourist destination, as well as being in London's financial district, but Mark Lane had been built on a budget. The platforms were narrow and poorly lit. Sooner or later, something would need to be done. In 1946, the station was renamed to Tower Hill. That same year, a proposal was put forward to run a new line from New Cross Gate to Seven Sisters through here, which of course came to nothing, but would no doubt have required extensive rebuilding. That idea having been abandoned, in 1957 it was proposed to make improvements to the station. But this idea too was abandoned in favour of just building a new station on the site of the original Tower of London station. So, in 1967, Mark Lane / Tower Hill was replaced. You can still see the site of it very clearly. The main entrance was through this archway here. These discoloured patches carried District Railway placards. The subway next door was also part of the station, and indeed you can still hear trains down below. The subway, which was inaccessible when I visited, contains an entrance to the eastbound platform, which you can still see from the train. As abandoned stations go, it's far from the grandest, and it is pretty easy to miss. The old station entrance has been incorporated into a bar, so it is technically an abandoned station you can visit, in theory. Hello all, I hope you enjoyed this seething tale from the tube. If you did, then please do hit the like button and subscribe and hit the bell icon for more. As always, I'd like to thank my donors on Ko-fi and Patreon for being the mark to my lane. And I'll see you all again very soon for another tale from the tube.